Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Abu Said. We have a project from subject structure programming to developing CGPA calculator by using computer programming language C++. So with me, he is another groupmate, Abdullah Ajab Khan. So before I enter to the main presentation, I want to show you how to calculate GPA and CGPA manually. So as I mentioned here, there is two table for two semester. You can see here five courses here. So how you calculate the GPA? You just sum up the all total points and sum up the total credits and uh, divided by the total credits. Total point divided by the total credits. So let's assume someone got 3.50 for first semester and 3.23 for second semester. So how you calculate the CGPA? Just simply sum up the GPA for two semester and divided by the number of semester. So as you can see here, calculated CGPA is 3.365. So based on this manual calculation, we will attempt to convert it into C++ coding. So this is our introduction of our projects. So our projects able to calculate GPA automatically and CGPA also can user can press exit button to exit the application. So this is the method we use in to develop CGPA calculator. Usually basically we use function. So function declaration to indicate function exits and describe it must be done before use of function. So function call will control the transfer from function to function. Function definition defined as header line followed by the function body and closed in braces. In this project mostly we use for loops and switch statements. After that I will show in the compiler. So in this project I will apply various type of header file such as input output stream, and another one is header, another one is std library.h. These three objectives we will attempt to achieve. So the first objective is to learn problem solving through C++ programming, to apply principles algorithm of structure programming in C++. The final one is to develop CGPA calculator. So this is our final goal to achieve this in this project. So before developing the C++ coding, we have to develop the flowchart. Based on this flowchart, so we will attempt to the programming. So as you can see here, we start and then the display the menu in the screen, and then user can input the option. There have three options for GPA, for CGPA and exit. So once user choose for GPA or CGPA, input system will require to input the student records. After inputting the records, the system will calculate the GPA and CGPA, either GPA and CGPA. So once the session complete, system will show the main menu to choose exit button to stop the application. So this is PSU algorithm. Before we develop the C++ coding, this algorithm will help us to develop the main coding. So as you can see here, main menu module and display the welcome screen. If not correct, if user wrongly put the wrongly put the press button, then system will repeat the process. Else, load main menu and then select from the main menu. User can select, if user select option 1, then system will require to record the information, and then system will appear the content GPA calculation. Otherwise, if user press 2, then system will require the semester information. After that, system will display the CGPA calculation. Okay, so let's see the coding. As you can see here, we use two header file here. Some basic C++ code used in the coding to function the program well. So there are two header file. One is very basic one, input output stream, and another is stdlibrary.h, which is needed for both calculate GPA and void calculate GPA function. So this header will need to clear the screen. So you can see here we declare two function. We use void syntax because our function will not return any values. So any function have three sections: function definition, function call, and function declaration. So in this section we use switch statement for function calling. As you can see, we call these three function: calculate GPA, calculate CGPA, also exit function. Because of we use function calling before the function declaration, that's why we need to use function prototype. So as you can see here, this is the menu output. So this is the coding. So we develop in the compiler. So for the first prototype of void calculate GPA, for the GPA calculation, we use for loop here. So we use two float points. Why we use float? Because the float will define numeric values with floating decimal points, both numerical values, also the decimal points. So for loop we use for store the input data. So this is the result output here. To calculate GPA, need to be multiply credit hour with monitor pointer as user enter and sum of total point. In the for loop above, the proper logic has been used to do all mathematical calculation. Beside to print GPA, total sum of point divided by total credit. As you can see here, see out. This is the this line used for print output. As you can see, total sum divided by total credit. Similarly, to calculate CGPA, as you can see here, this for loop, we declare sum total sum up by semester J to sum up total semester grade points, and to calculate final CGPA, simply total grade points is divided by number of semester user input number of semester user input in the uh, input session. So as you can see here, we declare L here. So this L define the number of semester. So to print CGPA, so you can see we use this line and simply divided semester total by number of semester to calculate CGPA. To show the output, let me show you the compiler. So this is our program. So as you can see here, we use two header file. So I mentioned earlier, so this is a basic header file, and we use one more header file to for this function to clear the screen. So here we declare two function here, so calculate GPA and calculate CGPA. So we use void syntax because our function haven't written any value. So as you can see here, integer main, this is the main function. So where the function calling, we use switch statement for case 1, case 2 and case 3. So as you can see, our function, these three function will call this function. So because of we declare before we function definition, before we use function calling before the function definition, so that's why we need to use this prototype. So this is the function prototype here. So as you can see here, we declare float credit and float point. So float data type used to define numeric values with floating decimal points. So when user input the Q value, then credit and points will stored into the program. So after that we use for loop here, and then this section, as you can see, based on the manual calculation, we use credit multiplied by point. So we declare sum to sum up the sum and total. So for the for print the GPA, as you can see here, see output, we just simply divided sum divided by total credit. So program will show the output GPA. So this prototype for CGPA, just similar method. As you can see here, we use for loop here, and we use float, and then we declare same total, and then to print the output CGPA, as you can see here, we just divided by semester total divided by L. This L define number of semester. So total number of semester divided total number of grade points divided by total number of semester. So system will show the output of CGPA. So this is basically our coding. So now I run the program. So as you can see here, so the menu will appear here. So user can choose either 1, 2, 3. So either to calculate GPA or calculate CGPA, the user also can exit the application. So for GPA I will show the so this is the output for GPA. As you can see, 3.52. So let's see what's the manual calculation. So you can see 3.52. Also you can see the total point 49.34 and total credit 14. So you see total credit is 14 and then total point is 49.34. So this is the basically is for the GPA. So as you can see here, so system will allow you to go back to the main menu by pressing 2. So let's see. To calculate CGPA, I will show you to output of CGPA. So system required to how many semester result do you want to info. So based on this, so there is 2 semesters. So 2 semester for entire semester 1 result GPA. So for first semester GPA is 3.52. 3.52, and then the second semester 3.23. So use CGPA is 3.375. So as you can see 3.365, almost the same. So that is our output basically. So that's all from our presentation. Thank you very much.